Hello, everybody out there in my audience this afternoon or this evening, wherever you are in the world. Hello to you. This is Elishaba. My name is Elishaba, and I am a CCA Care Community Advocate for this platform. I'm here today because I need to talk to you. I need to talk to you concerning something that's very, very, very serious that's going on in the lives of so many people all over the world, all over the earth. And it just seems like nobody really cares. But me, as the CCA, I care and I'm concerned. And I want to voice my opinion. I want to voice my awareness to what I believe and understand what is going on with us and with the people all over the world today. This is Talk for Kids. Tell my story, mommy. And I dedicate this platform and this life lesson to a little beautiful girl, my daughter. My daughter, Black Beauty, is her name. I told her, I said, Black Beauty, I'm going to go on the platform for you today. I'm going to go on the channel today. And I got busy doing some things around the house. And I said, I remember that I told Black Beauty that I was going to come here and be here today. So I don't like to lie to my little girl, my little beautiful princess. I don't like to lie to her about anything. So I stopped everything that I was doing and I'm here today. So right now, what we're going to give you the title of this life lesson today. We're going to give you the title of this life lesson today. It is dedicated to love. You notice that I have a period behind the word dedicated to, dedication to, okay? Dedication to, okay? I dedicate this entire platform to Black Beauty because Black Beauty is a survivor. She's a survivor of childhood emotional abuse, mental, physical, however you want to name it. She's been through it and she survived it all. So I'm here for all the little Black beauties and the little beautiful kings and queens all over the world, whether they've grown, whether they old, whether they're young, whether they teenagers. I'm here today as the CCA to talk to you, to help you, because you need help. You need help. Black Beauty needed help. She didn't have no one to help her. She went through all that pain. She went through all that trauma. She went through all of that abuse, molestation, rape, verbal and physical and mentally abused, rejection, abandonment. She went through all of that all by herself. And she survived it. She survived it. So I'm here to help you as the CCA, like I have helped my little beautiful daughter to survive. Now I want to help you to understand the steps, the things you got to do to survive your childhood emotional pain. Dedication to love and knowing yourself. Dedication to love and knowing yourself. Love and knowing yourself. Don't nobody understand love. You can't understand love because you never felt love. You never had love. You never experienced real, true love from anyone. Love and knowing yourself. This is the most powerful thing that you could ever do in your entire life. It's better than getting a career. It's better than going to college. It's better than getting an education. It's better than being rich. It's better than being wealthy. It's better than getting married and having a man in your life. Knowing yourself and loving yourself is the most powerful thing that you could ever do in your entire life. And the only way you're going to ever know yourself and love yourself, you got to get to the bottom of the inner child pain. The inner child, when I say inner child, I'm talking about that little girl and that little boy that went through all that trauma in their household, growing up with their mom and or their dad, or their mom or their dad wasn't there, they was abandoned, or their brothers and sisters, mistreated them, or even in school being bullied and missed. I'm just talking about everything that you went through as a child has got you to this point in your life. And that's why people wrestle with anxiety. They wrestle with depression. They wrestle with loneliness. They wrestle with uh, bipolar, all kind anxiety, anxiousness, all kind of mental and emotional pain. They wrestling. And they're trying to figure out, why is my life this way? Why do I feel sad? Why do I feel this way? Why do what am I why am I hurting like this? I'm telling you why today. Because I know why. You're hurting because of your inner child. You hurting because that little girl that got slapped upside her head, or that little boy that got slapped upside his head, that went to bed hungry, that got bullied in school, that got rejected, that got talked about, laughed at, criticized, molested, raped. That's why you got to heal your inner child. You have to heal her. You have to heal him, or you will never be happy. You see this couple right here on the screen, they look like they happy. They smiling, both of them smiling and all of that. Don't let that fool you. Don't let that fool you. Don't let this photo fool you. It's just a image of someone portraying to be in love, or portraying to be happy with each other, or portraying that they are together with each other. But once the doors is closed, and once the lights is shut off in the house, it's excuse my expression, pure the hell going on behind closed doors. Drama on top of drama, because the inner child is hurting. And long as your inner child is hurting, you're gonna hurt. You're gonna hurt. You're gonna have outbursts. You're gonna have outbursts. You're gonna have depression, because all of these things that are named, the inner child went through that, and she or he have not healed from it. Have not healed from. You don't know how to heal her. You don't know how to heal him. You don't know how to get in touch with them. You thinking going buy a new purse and going get a new weave in your hair, or going get you a new fitty hat, or going to get you a new pair of Jordans, or going to get this, or going to get your nails. None of that will take away the inner child pain. And I mean, it's heavy. I mean, this pain that Black Beauty went through, it almost killed her. It almost killed her. She was at a point in her life where she said, you know what? I don't even want to live no more. I can't do this no more. I can't do this. I don't feel good. I don't feel happy. I'm always sad. I'm always feeling like, something is wrong or something is missing in my life. Who am I? She got to a point where she said, who am I? Why was I put in this world? What was the reason? She went through all of that. She went through all of that, going to the therapist and trying to take medication to calm herself down. None of those things will work. You got to deal with the inner child. You have to. You have to. I'm looking at YouTube right now. I'm looking at YouTube. And it's a story on YouTube right now where it say this woman, black woman, black woman, young black woman, 30, 40 years old. She took a gun and shot her ex-boyfriend, what she believed was his girlfriend. But that wasn't his girlfriend. That was his cousin. She took a gun, hunted her boyfriend down, found him with his cousin. And she was thinking that the cousin was the new girlfriend. And she gunned the cousin down. And right now she is in jail for second-degree murder. It's so much of this going on in the world. Why did she kill that lady? Why? Because her boyfriend didn't want her. He didn't want her. He don't want her. He don't want himself. He don't even want himself. They go from one girl to the next girl, from one woman to the next one, from one this to the next. No, this is the inner child. She shot the woman in cold blood because the fact that her inner child was so much in pain and so much in agony and so much in hurt because a man left her. A man left her. So this woman has been rejected a lot in her life. This woman have been abandoned a lot in her life by men. She have been overlooked a lot in her life by men. She never felt good enough. She never felt pretty enough. She had blonde hair in her hair. I could just look at her hair. I could just look at the hair on her head and tell what she is wrestling with. She's wrestling with the fact that she's not good enough. She's not pretty enough. I got to do this to myself. I got to do that to myself. I got to change this. I got to change that. Why? Because her inner child, a little girl, 6, 7, 8, 9 years old, that's when it all began. When you about 5, 4, 5, 6. Black Beauty started when she was 3 years old. It started when she was a child, not being accepted by a man, by a little boy. She had a lot of little boyfriends that didn't want her, didn't like her, didn't think she was pretty enough, didn't think she was good enough. And she probably was going through things in her household with her mom. Her mom was calling her names and telling her she's no good and she's never going to be nothing. She's never going to mount up to anything. She went through all of that. Rejection, a lot of rejection. A lot of rejection. This is going on today. This is going on. The woman killed her boyfriend. They were sitting down at the table eating breakfast. She took her gun out and shot him in the chest about 4 or 5 times. Why? Because she said that he was eating up all the food. Oh my God, are you kidding me? This is nothing but children. These are children. These are all children that have been through childhood emotional abuse. They are not grown. They grown in age, but not in the mind, not mentally. Mentally, they are still children. And this is why they acting like this. They acting out of their pain. They acting out of the destruction that they went through as children. She killed him. Now she in the jail. She in jail for murder. Another black couple. You. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I acknowledge the caller today. I mean, their listener. I acknowledge the listener. Thank you for being here. The inner child. Where do you begin? Where do you begin? Where do you begin? You begin. You begin by not hiding the pain any longer. You begin acknowledging your childhood and what you went through. It doesn't matter if you were, and don't protect your abusers. Don't protect your abusers, because see, if you do that, you won't get the inner child to trust you. You won't get the inner child to trust you. You won't get the inner child to talk to you. You won't get the inner child to say anything to you. You cannot trust the abuser. You got to confront whatever it could be your mama, it could be your daddy, it could be your cousin, whoever it is, your teacher in your school, your class, growing up in school with bullies. It could be whoever it was that hurted you. You must confront them. You must confront them. And if you can't get to them, you confront them by talking about what happened to you, to yourself. And then you begin talking to yourself about all the things you went through, all the hurt you went through. And then the inner child gonna surface. The inner child gonna surface. Once you open yourself up. If you was raped, you're gonna talk about that rape. And I know it's hard. It's hard. And a lot of people have buried it so very far down that they don't even remember their childhood. And that's why they're acting out too, because they buried it so far down at the bottom of their feet. And they don't remember and they don't want to remember. And that's why the inner child is acting out. That's why anger, so much anger. It take a lot of anger for you to sit at a table with your boyfriend. You call him and take a gun out and shoot him because he ate up all the food. That takes a lot of anger to do that. Anger, bitterness, frustration. That take a lot of anger for you to take a gun and walk up to your ex-boyfriend and shoot the girl that he with, not even knowing who she is. That take a lot of anger to do that, and frustration and bitterness and resentment. That's the inner child. That's how they act out. When you keep ignoring them for years and years, and now you 30 years old, now you 20 years old, now you 50 years old, now you 80 years old. You keep ignoring them for years and years. You 15 years old, 16. You keep ignoring them for years and years. The more you ignore your inner child, the more your inner child gonna destroy your life. Listen to what I'm saying. The more you keep avoiding your inner child, avoiding the crying spells that you're having, avoiding the anger that you are carrying, avoiding the resentment that you carry, avoiding the rejection that you feel, and abandonment, that and the loneliness. And the more you keep avoiding all of those emotions, the more the inner child will destroy your life. And that's what's wrong with everybody. You think you can get another boyfriend to take the pain away, give you some love. No, can't nobody love you. Can't no one love you. No one can give you the love that the inner child needs. You the only one can give the inner child the love that they need. You are the only one. No one else can give it to them. They are looking for you to give it to them, not no one else. You must give it to them. Once you give it to the inner child, begin to bring all that stuff up that you went through, talking to, because I'm going to tell you like this. You're going to start off with some meditation and stuff like that. I know the steps to walk you through. It's not easy to get your inner child to trust you. It's not easy to get your inner child to open up to you. It's not easy. It's not easy. I can remember, I can remember, I can remember a couple of clients that I have helped. They was trying to get their inner child to come up. And they was talking to the inner child. They was going through their crying and thinking about all the things happened to them, how their cousin raped them, how their mama abandoned them, how their mama rejected them, how their mama beat on them. You know, they was bringing all this stuff up that they had been through in their childhood, crying and all that, and just really crying and trying, just really going through that emotional pain. And that's what it takes. And they tried to talk to the inner child. They tried to talk to the inner child. And the inner child told them, no, I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to talk to you. And they said, well, why you don't want to talk to me? Why you don't want to talk to me? I want to talk to you. I want to get to know you. I want to understand why you hurting, why you crying, why you feeling sad, why you feeling the way that you feel, why you feel so guilty, why you feel lack of love, why you feel lack of trust. I want to know what's wrong. Can you tell me what's wrong with you? The inner child said, no, I don't want to talk to you now. And that was it. That was it. That was it. And the person said, why you don't want to talk to her? She said, because I just don't want to talk to you. So my client, we kept going through the steps, we kept going through the meditations, and we kept going through the healing process and all the things we had to do to bring all of that childhood pain and trauma up. And then one day, the inner child said, what do you want? I'm ready to talk to you now. What do you want? I'm ready to talk to you now. And you are my client. Oh my, ooh, she just began to cry, cry with all her soul. She just began to cry and weep so very deeply. Because for the first time in her life, she heard her inner child talking to her and telling her, what is it that you want? I'm ready to answer your questions. And she began to talk to the inner child, said, well, why are you so sad? And the inner child told her why she was so sad. And the inner child, she told the inner child, she said, why do you feel so depressed? The inner child told her why I feel so depressed. Because I've never had nobody to love me. I never had no love. My mama didn't love me. My daddy didn't love me. He was never there for me. My brothers and sisters, they all made fun of me and talked about me and rejected me. I never had no love. I never had no support. I never had no one to understand me for who I am or who I was when I was a little girl. So the inner child just kept talking and kept telling her, telling my client what was wrong with her. And everything that the inner child told her, the client go through all of those emotions with all her relationships. She can't get along with a man. Every boyfriend she get, it don't work. She blow up, get angry, start accusing him, start, telling him, she don't get enough love, she don't get enough support, she don't get enough, validation from him. That's the inner child. When you love yourself, you don't need no one to validate you. See, this is what I'm teaching Black Beauty now. When you love yourself, you don't need no validation. You validate yourself. You understand what true love is. When you begin to love yourself, once the inner child is dealt with, and the inner child trusting you, and the inner child is feeling good. You and the inner child is getting a relationship together. You talking to your inner child. In other words, you are reparenting your inner child. You reparenting them. You giving them that parenthood that they never got, that you never got from your mom and your dad. That's all it is. Everything that you didn't get as a child, you're gonna give it to your inner child. You're gonna give it to your inner child. Everything that you didn't get. If it's lack of love, you're gonna give it to your inner child. You're gonna tell, you're gonna go through the steps. So we don't need no more pain because as you can see, as you can see, the inner child is destroying everyone. And I mean what I'm saying to you because I know it to be true. The inner child, you got so much fear. That's the inner child. You were so afraid when you was younger. You was scared. You was afraid of everything. The inner child is hiding in a closet somewhere. Don't want to come out. Don't want to come out because they too afraid to come out. They're afraid somebody gonna hurt them. They're afraid somebody gonna do something wrong to them. They're afraid somebody gonna abandon them. They are afraid because they always been afraid growing up when there's little girls and boys. So much fear, no confidence, lack of confidence in yourself, no love, don't understand how to love yourself, don't understand how to love anyone. Can't no man love you, can't no woman love you. You must love yourself first. You must love yourself, and the only way you're going to ever love yourself and understand what love is, you got to get in touch with the inner child. And you got to teach the inner child and show the inner child and reparent the inner child and give them the love. Give them the love and the support that they never, ever got from anybody. It's so many children committing suicide today. Children, men, women, it's so much. The suicide rate is so high. Why? Because the inner child don't want to live no more. Don't want to live no more. Tired of living, tired of the pain, tired of the pain. Don't know how to deal with the pain. Don't know how to handle the pain. Don't know what to do about the pain. Going to the psychiatrist and getting medication. No, that's not going to do nothing for the inner child. Medication cannot heal the inner child. Can y'all hear me? Medication cannot heal your inner child. Only you can heal your inner child. And once you heal your inner child, you heal your own self. You heal your own self. Once you get to know your inner child, love your inner child, you begin to love your own self. You calm down. You calm down. You don't want to hurt nobody. You don't want to make nobody feel bad. The anger leave you, the frustration leave, the bitterness leave, the loneliness leave, the confusion leave, the depression leave, the anxiety leave. Everything leaves once you free your inner child and get to know your inner child. You're going to begin to know who you are. That's when it happens. That's when fireworks happen. Fireworks. I mean, you start feeling things that you never believe that you could feel in your life. Once your inner child is free and calm and feeling the way that they always wanted to feel as little girls and little boys, once you get to that moment, once you get to that step, your whole entire life changes. The way you look at life, the way you look at yourself, the way you look at people, the way you handle situations. everything. Can't nobody make you blow up no more. It doesn't matter if your husband or your boyfriend or whoever in a relationship, it doesn't matter how they, try to present themselves to you and not, do what they supposed to do. It don't even matter to you because it don't bother you. Because why? Because you validate yourself now. You love yourself and you understand what love is and you know what love is. So you don't need that man to give it to you no more. You don't need that girl to give it to you no more. I can give it to myself because me and my inner child, we are one now. We are one and we are very, very happy. This is the most beautiful feeling. Oh, this feeling, somebody can give you $1 million. You might be happy with that million because you're going to be jumping around happy like a lot of you won a lotto or whatever. You're going to be happy. But once you start buying them cars and buying them clothes and whatever Jordans or whatever stuff you like to wear and put on, get your big house with furniture, that's temporary happiness. It's gonna go away. And the inner child still gonna be right there in your face saying, I'm not happy, I'm sad, I'm lonely, I feel like crying. I'm depressed. I don't want to go out the house. I don't want to look at nobody. I don't want to be around nobody. I don't trust nobody. I'm scared of these people. I don't want to get in a relationship. I don't want to because they just going to hurt me. They just going to do me wrong. And they are going to hurt you and do you wrong. You don't need a relationship till you get your inner child together, till you heal yourself and your inner child. You can't be with no man. You can't be with them or no woman because you don't know how to treat them. You don't know how to treat them. You're just going to act out. It's just going to be acting out. When you get in a relationship with someone, it's just like acting out. You acting out your childhood experiences. You acting out your childhood trauma. That's all it is. You blow up. You get mad. The man ain't text you. He late coming home from work. You getting angry. You call when he get in the house. You want to call him names and criticize. And the man want to go upside the woman's head. And why? Because somebody went upside his head when he was a little boy. His mama went upside his head when he was a little boy. He was beat. He was beat. He was beat by his mama when he was a little boy. Now he beat on his wife and he beat on his girlfriend. And he say to himself, that's the way I am. No, that's not the way you are. That's your inner childhood trauma. So I'm here to help anyone that need help and that won't help. I'm here. I'm here to help. I'm here to help you understand what you got to do, how you got to do, when you got to do, how to connect you to your inner child, how to connect you to yourself. I'm here. So if anybody, the listener, my one little listener, I got one subscriber, now one listener, maybe that's you, maybe that's you. That one subscriber, and if it is you, I appreciate you subscribing to talk for kids, tell my story, mama. I appreciate that. But the reason why, and I'm getting ready to leave. The reason why so many people in the world they would not come to a channel like this. They won't come to a channel like this because it's dealing with emotions, it's dealing with pain, it's dealing with trauma, it's dealing with your childhood, it's dealing with all the stuff you went through growing up. They don't want to deal with it. They don't want to deal with it. They want to keep pretending like they okay and nothing happened to them and they good. I'm good. This the way I am. I like to be alone. No, the reason you are alone is because you was forced to be alone as a child. Go to your room. Don't come out your room. Don't come out your room for 2 days. The only reason you're going to come out your room is to go to school, and that's it. That's abuse. That's abuse. That's abuse. And I know y'all want to talk good about your mamas or your dad. Girl, my mama was good. Boy, bruh, my daddy was good. What's good about them? What's good about them? Can't you see what's going on in the world? How people are destroying and killing each other? All of this is a taught behavior from childhoods. It's just playing out with destruction now because they can't stand, they can't take the feeling no more. They can't take the pain no more. So they gotta hurt somebody. It's just like when you get raped. When you get raped by your cousin or your uncle or your brother, your sister, whoever, grandma, whoever, mom, it's just like when you get raped and you grow up carrying all of that pain of somebody taking advantage of you. You grow up with that. It makes you so very bitter and so very angry, and you have so much resentment in you, and you want to take it out on other people that didn't do it to you. Instead of taking it out on grandma and them or your mom or your dad and them or your uncle and them or cousin them, they the ones that did it to you. But because they are not in your presence, you take it out on your boyfriend, your husband, anybody that's near you, a stranger. Walk up and hurt some innocent people. That's how it goes. That's how it goes. Because you're carrying all of the pain. It's not gonna go. If you, just because you beat somebody up, that ain't gonna make it go away. That ain't gonna make it go away. You're gonna beat a girl up because you got raped by your auntie. So you want to go beat up a girl and be angry because you got your auntie rape you. So you gonna I gotta take it. I gotta you gotta take the revenge out on a woman because the woman is the one caused the pain in your life. This how it go. Talk for kids. Tell my story, mommy. I'm here. If you want to connect with me, if you need me or want me to help you to find yourself, to free you and yourself and your inner child, I can do that for you. I can do that for you. It's the only way. I'm telling you, it is the only way that you're going to ever be happy. You can get 10 boyfriends and none of them will make you happy. You could be in a marriage for 20 years, nothing but drama and confusion in that marriage because you got 2 little kids that's married to each other. 2 little children married to each other want to hurt each other because they've been hurt all their life. You want to be in a relationship with a man. It's a man and a woman, a little boy and a little girl in a relationship together. Nobody is grown here. Everybody has been abused and misused in some kind of way. Nobody is grown. Everybody is children. And they act like children. And they talk like children. And they think like children. And they walk like children. And they do everything like little girls and little boys do. These men are not grown. They not grown men. They little boys. And they dressing and they thinking and everything. These are not grown women. They little girls. They little girls. A grown woman that's healed and the inner child is set free and she free, she don't have to put on different color weaves every week. She don't have to do none of that. She don't have to do any of that because she already know herself, her authentic self. She already healed. She already understand that she is beautiful just the way she are, or just the way she is. Thank you, listener. I don't know your name, but I'm glad you are here. And I hope that I said something to help you, because knowing and understanding who you are and loving yourself and knowing what you got to do to set your inner child free, it means everything to your life. It means everything to your life. And you don't have to be shy. And I know when you've been through childhood trauma, you have a lot of shyness in your life. Real shy, real timid, real, no confidence, don't trust nobody, don't know what to say to a stranger. All of that is childhood abuse. All that comes from being in trauma. So I know you have been through something. I know you've been through something. That's why you're here. That's why you're here. You've been through something. And you don't want to tell me. You don't want to tell me yet. Or maybe you don't trust me enough to tell me. Or maybe you're saying to yourself, I don't know this lady enough to open up my life to her and tell her what happened to me. I don't know her that well, but I'm a CCA and I've been helping people, all walks of life. I'm a counselor, I'm a mentor, I'm a whole lot of things. I'm a healer. I've been helping people for over 30 years of my life, at least 30 years. At least 30 years of my life, I have been helping people to heal and to change their life. That's what I do. That's my job. That's what I am. So maybe one day you will get up enough nerves and enough courage to make yourself known unto me so I can help you. Because as long as you here with me and I don't know what you want me to help you with and to understand, then I won't be able to help you. So don't do what the inner child want you to do right now. The inner child love to hide. They love to hide behind doors, walls. They love to hide. They don't want nobody to see them. They don't want nobody to know what they are going through. They like to hide in closets, under beds. You know how it was when we was little girls and little boys. We used to hide in the closet, for mama, she coming, daddy coming with the belt, all of that. We haven't done anything, but we getting beat down. The inner child love to hide, and they so afraid. They so afraid to speak what they are really, really feeling inside. Don't be afraid of me, because I've been through just what you have been through or more. Don't be afraid of me. I'm here. I'm here, and I want to help you, and I need to help you. I need to, because you need to start your life now. You need to start your life now. I have clients, I have people that I have helped, 60 years old, 50 years old, 30 years old, 10 years old, 12 years old, 15. I have had so many people that I helped them. I helped them in so many different ways. Suicidal thoughts, all kind of ways I have helped people. But I'm here on this platform to help anybody that want my help to free their inner child. Because when you free your inner child, you free yourself. And you begin to love yourself and know yourself and understand how to love someone else. So I'm going to talk to you later. I'm going to talk to you later. And if you do want my help, you do want to, trust me to help you, then just leave me a comment. Leave me a comment and let me know yes. And take your time. It's no rush. I'm not rushing you. Whenever you feel comfortable enough. But don't take so long, because the inner child is ready to be free now. Your inner child is ready to be free. They've been hurting a very long time, many, many years. They've been carrying this pain and the lies and all the stuff that they've been going through to hide the fact what they've been through. She's ready, or he is ready to be free. So don't think about yourself. Think about your inner child, that little boy and that little girl that went through all of that pain. Think about them, how important it is that they be free, that they understand why they went through all of that, why their mom and dad and their auntie or whoever did that to them. So it's just not about you. It's also about them, because they are you. They are you. And that's why you just can't get your life right. Nobody can get their life the way that they want, because the inner child will not let them. They are in control of your life. They are in control. You're not in control. They are. They are. Because you still them. You haven't grown up from 7, 8, 9 years old. You still them. And I'll talk to you later. You have a great night. Subscribe. Share this video. Leave me a comment. Black Beauties. We did it again today. Thank you, listener. You have a good night. God be with you and your inner child.